Hey guys, welcome back. It's Doji. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to show you guys the newly launched from MAC Cosmetics. It's their Lunar New Year collection. So I have the eyeshadow right here. It is the Made My Fortune. Also the highlighter, it is called Lunar Light. And I have two shades of lipstick right here. It is in shade Pure Luck and Enveloped in Luck. So this is from their Powder Kiss formula. So now I have been playing with this collection for a couple of days now. So in this video, I am going to show you guys how the products look like, how it works, and what to expect with this collection. Also, I'm going to show you some swatches and my final thought at the very end of this video. So if you are interested and curious to know all of that, then just keep on watching. Before I start applying the product, of course, I am going to talk about the collection first. So the packaging on this one is really cute and they really put it together. Look at how the print right here, there is a tiger animal because this year is going to be a year of a tiger. Also, the color that they choose is, of course, the color of the year is the periwinkle. Or they called it very peri, which is I am wearing it in the same hue, and also my background has a little bit of that, so I really prepared for you guys today. So let's talk about the prices of each product. So the eyeshadow, it is $46 Canadian, and this is the actual packaging inside. It is such a pretty color, really vibrant. It makes you feel happy, and just the packaging is cute as well. And also the highlighter, this is the highlighter here. It's a very cute and reasonable size, so it's not one of those big ones that they have in the store. So these are all limited edition, and this one is 4 grams, so really good. And this is the 2 lipsticks that I have here. And by the way, the lipstick retails for $30 Canadian. And I think I forgot to mention the highlighter. This one retails for $48 Canadian. So it's just $2 more than the eyeshadow, but still pretty good price, reasonable amount. If you are curious to see the swatches and the application, then I'm going to start now. Let's start with the eyeshadow, and first thing that I wanted to do is set my eyes. So lately I have been using this NARS Soft Matte Concealer in shade Custard because when I try to review or demo an eyeshadow, I really like to make sure that my eyes is covered, not a lot of pigmentation because it can really affect the color. So I wanted a really clean canvas so you guys can see the color. As you see, I'm just dabbing the product around. I'm using the brush number 24. This is also from NARS, a really good brush. This is what I've been using if I'm trying to apply a cream or anything that you need to pack product around your eyes, especially concealer. So I'm just gonna do that. Then I'm just going to set this with the translucent powder from Laura Mercier. Alright, so the eyes are set. Now let's move on to the application. So I'm going to pop some swatches later on, but for now, let's apply this eyeshadow. First shade that I'm going to use is this one right here, the really light shade. And just using the Sigma E33 brush. By the way guys, this palette didn't come with a mirror, but it's very interesting because when you try to see your face here, you can actually see it because it's just like a gold plane, but it's not a mirror. I checked many times. I thought it's just covered with something, but yeah, it's not mirror. But if you just want to apply a lipstick, this is still pretty good. You can still see it. So basically the first shade that I'm using right now, it's just more of a transition color if you want a really light one. So not ideal for my skin tone because this one barely show on my complexion. But because I did set it with a fairly good amount of coverage there, it shows a little bit, but just very light. I switched to number 16 brush from NYX. So far, the matte finishes are really good. They blend well. It's just like one of those MAC eyeshadows. It's pretty good eyeshadows, I would say. So far, the first shade, that's how it looks like on my eyes. So it's just giving me that like really soft. If you have a fair skin, this is a pretty good shade. So let's move on to the next one. I'm going to use my brush E33 again. I will use this shade right here. This one is a more of a warmer, almost like a tangerine mustard. So this one shows a bit more with my skin tone, which is a good shade actually. It's one of the best shades on this palette, and it's also a matte finish. This palette has 9 shades. 5 of them comes with matte finishes and 4 of them are metallic. They divide it really well because you don't really need a lot of metallic shade on a palette. You need a lot more matte finishes. So far, that is the second shade. As you see, it shows a little bit more color on my tone. You know, it's not that far from the first shade. I just wanted to use more colors here so that you guys can see. That is the second color. I'm gonna go ahead with the third color. I'm going to use this shade right here, this like brick kind of shade over here. So I'm just gonna pack it in to build up around my crease. That is definitely showing, as you see right there. Grabbing my NYX number 16 brush now to just kind of blend all in one together so that we don't have that kind of harsh lines. Already, I think I'm good with the blending. Now let's move on to the next shade. I'm going to use this shade right here. It is more of a maroon kind of red tone. So I'm going to be using the Shimura brush number 5R. Picking this up with just a tiny bit of product in the brush because I remember when I first apply this and then I just like shush my brush around the product and then I put it on to like, oh my goodness, so it make a dent around my eye area. So be careful with anything that it has a red undertone. Make sure that you don't put a lot of product on the brush because you don't want to see that like really strong dent when you first apply your product. Also make sure that you're not pressing too much. So that's what I've learned with playing with the product for a few days now. I feel like the color story and the shades that they included in this palette is really nice because you get to have this light shades right here, and then if you want more of a daily look, you can use this really pretty purplish color, and then there's gold. There are some dark metallic that you can wear during nighttime. So it's a very nice color story. So here it is. That is with the red tone. I'm just going to add the darkest shade right here, which is almost like a burgundy color. So just to give this a little bit more definition and just a little more drama around the eyes. Wow, so that burgundy shade, like I said, it's definitely a strong one. So be careful, guys. That is so far, I actually applied the 5 matte shades. Now, before I start applying the metallic, this is where I'm going to show you the swatches so you guys can see how it swatches and how it applies on the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead with the metallic shades first. So this one right here, the purpley shade, there it is. So that is the purpley shade. Really pretty shade. It's a really good one to have this year because like I said earlier, it is a color of the year. And then I'm gonna go ahead with the gold shade right here. Look how it swatches. And I'm gonna go ahead with the third metallic shade, the medium kind of darkness around it. So look how beautiful it swatches because it's a really creamy formula. Look how beautiful that shade is. And now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the 4th metallic shade. This is the darkest metallic on this palette. Wow, really beautiful. So here is the lightest shade, which is you have seen already. Okay, so that one doesn't swatch properly. Yeah, so that is the lightest shade. I'm gonna go swatch the next one. Alright, so this is more of the mustard tangerine shade. I don't know if the matte swatches better than the metallic, but it definitely applies better on the eyes when you grab it with a brush. So next shade will be the one that I really like. This is the really nice brick shade. So that one shows color. Now let's move on to the red one. Okay, So this one a bit blotchy when it swatches, and then this one is the darkest shade. Wow, that one doesn't swatch good. So these are all the shades included in this palette. The metallics, I swear guys, swatches wonderful, like crazy pigmented, shows color, and the mattes doesn't swatch beautiful, but it applies really, really well. Now it's time to apply these metallic, and the reason why I showed you the swatches first before I apply these ones, because I want you guys to see how exactly the product transfer from the brush or apply from the brush when you use it compared to swatching, because the swatches was amazing. Like the palette, like the metallic did swatch really good. So I have the synthetic brush and I also have a natural brush right here. So the one that I discovered was, of course, if you are picking a metallic shade and you're using a synthetic brush, it will not pay off as much as you want compared to when you're swatching. But when you use a natural brush, it will pay better than the synthetic. And also I have a Fix Plus because I did experiment with this product. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. And you can also think which effect do you love the most. So first thing, I'm going to use my synthetic brush. This one is from Royal and Langnickel. I got this one really cheap, but I like the shape and the size of this brush. Picking it up with this one, I'm gonna do the purple shade, which is really, really pretty. I love this. You saw the swatch, guys. And just picking enough product so that I can pack it on my lid, because I want it like right here. As you see, when you first apply it, you just feel like disappointed because, my goodness, like I saw that swatches was amazing, and now I am applying it with this brush and you don't see anything at all. You just feel like there's a bit of shade right there and you're gonna end up having a lot of fallout. But it's not the same when I swatches it. So that is what you get using a synthetic brush. I also tried it to mist with a Fix Plus to improve, and I'm gonna show you that exactly what I get when I do that using, same thing, synthetic brush. So a lot of people kind of do that when they realize, okay, it's not picking up properly, maybe I should mist it with a Fix Plus or anything that you have. So I did the same thing, and this is what I get. So I'm gonna place it right here. It did pick up quite a bit than the first one without Fix Plus, but still not contented because I don't see the same pigment when I swatch it. I want it that way because I really want this purple to pop. Now again, it depends on what you want, right? If you just want just a tiny bit of color there, a purple, then this is probably good enough for you. But if you want more opaque, really show off the product, really see every detail you put on your eyeshadow, then this is not going to do it for you. So that is it. And now I'm going to show you the effect when I do a natural hairbrush without Fix Plus. So let's do the natural hair. So look how much it already picked up. And as you see right there, it just shows more product. It is opaque, pigmented, and you kind of feel like that at least it looks like the one when I swatches earlier. So keep in mind that when you use a certain product and if you're using a wrong tool, that's not gonna do it for you. That's why it's always good to experiment, and this is why I'm here. Build up the rest of this purpley, and I'm also going to use the lighter gold shade that we have. Actually, this brush, I don't know, there is no name. It's just a small chisel. I don't know where did I get this from. I think I got it when I went to makeup school. This is one of the brushes that they were giving away, but I really like it. And then showing you picking up the product with a Fix Plus and a natural hair. It's like the best method for you to get the full potential of this eyeshadow. Look how it's just gorgeous right away, right? Boom. You get a really nice eyeshadow, metallic, it pop, really pretty. I really, really like that. And in terms of a fallout, as you see, I'm just about to clean my face. There's a bit of fallout right there. I don't know why, maybe because I was doing a few methods to apply it. But if you're really careful, especially when you spray it with the Fix Plus, I think it's a pretty good one. Just kind of brush it along the way while you see it so it doesn't stick on your skin. Let's move on to the next shade, which is this one right here. Okay, using with the Fix Plus Natural Hair, I'm going to apply it in the inner corner and kind of like almost mix in the purpley because again, fallout. Make sure that you, so that one is, don't put too much product on the brush, please, if you don't want to fall out. I just want just a little bit of gold in the inner corner. I'm not going to like make it like opaque like the purple. I just want to have a little bit of a mix in there because, like I said, the transition are a bit warmer, so I want a little bit of gold. So that is the eye makeup that I wanted to show you guys. So I'm going to finish the rest of the eyes and then I'll be right back and we can try the highlighter. And I'm back with the final look from this eyeshadow palette. It is a beautiful color, but I have something to say. Anyway, let's move on to the next product, which is their highlighter. So I'm looking forward to this one because it is such a beautiful tone to it. It's not so white, it's also not so gold. It's more of a champagne, very natural, I would say neutral. So I'm going to use the Morphe M510 brush to apply this highlighter. And by the way, the imprint of this highlighter is really cute. It has a flower. So let's apply this. I did not use any highlighter and I also use a matte blush so you guys can see how it looks like. And there it is. As usual, it is a very nice highlighter. Wow, it is a good shade, guys. The tone is really nice. And just blending it. Like I said, experimenting with this product. And you can also see if it's similar to what you already have. If I will have to say the similar one to this is the MAC Soft and Gentle. Now that is crazy. Because this one, it looks different to their Soft and Gentle, but the moment you apply it on the skin, it's almost the same. I'd say it's just a normal highlighter, guys. I mean, highlighter is highlighter. All you need is a little bit of glow in there, but this one is definitely not a natural highlighter. So if you want more natural, go with a cream and less shimmery or sparkly. This is a very pigmented highlighter. So yes, that is the highlighter if you want. I just love the way how it looks like and applies on the skin. The tone is very nice. So pretty much would look good with everybody because it's not a distinct undertone or shade to it. Now let's move on to the lipstick. I'm excited to show you guys how these colors look like. We're gonna go ahead and apply the Enveloped in Luck. This is the lighter shade that I got for me. I believe this collection comes with 4 different shades of lipstick in their lipstick formula and 4 different shades on the liquid lipstick formula, which is a powder kiss as well. So first shade, let's see. This is my Natural Lips and apply this on top. That is the first shade. As you see, it is a very natural on my lips. It almost looked like I did not apply a lipstick because to begin with, my lips is very similar. So I am going to use a lip liner so that you guys can actually see what it looks like. This is the shade Whirl. And just line out my lips right like that. So there you have it with eyeliner, with lip liner. Did I just say eyeliner? I'm sorry guys if I did say that, but yes, that was the lip liner in Whirl from MAC as well. So this is the shade. As you can see, it is a nice, but it, like I said, it's pretty much my lip tone. So if you have that kind of like this similar lip undertone, you probably want to choose just a little bit darker than this, but it's weird. So this is why I'm showing you guys, because here it is a little bit darker. I'm also going to show you a swatch. See, like it looks really nice on my palm right here. It looks like really gorgeous color, but overall just tiny bit of darkness probably I would prefer. Formula wise, it's very soft on the lips, almost like you don't feel, but you can definitely tell that you have something on your lips. But it's just that like really creamy, glidey formula on the lips. Oh, I don't have something like this in my collection because, again, I said this is my first time wearing their powder kiss. So yes, I will tell everything after the application, but it also has a weird taste and it smells. It smells something like food, but I cannot place what it is. It also tastes sweet. So that is my my impression, or like I just wanted to let you know that, guys. So take a look at one more time with the shade, and I will clean my lips and apply the next one. The next shade will be the Pure Luck. I'm going to give you a swatch. So this is the swatch of Pure Luck, and this is how it looks like on the bullet. Look at the difference. So on the swatch, it's definitely look lighter and more on a burgundy pink with red, and on the bullet, like the actual packaging, it looks a bit more darker, like almost like a burgundy maroon dark. So let's apply it on the lips and see how it goes. Alright, you guys, so I'm just gonna show you how I apply this lipstick. So basically this is already, I swipe it like many times, like, but I still see a little bit of space there that's not coated properly. I guess my lips is not super dry, so I prep my lips before I apply this, because the other time when I first applied this formula, oh my goodness, my lips was so dry, and it just shows every single dryness around my lips with this formula. So I figured out maybe this time around I gotta make sure that my lips are actually not that dry. So look how the swatch is over here. So definitely brighter, right? And also different undertone. But look at on my lips, it's definitely darker. So it's, you know, it's giving you all of this, not exactly what you're seeing. So overall, that is the shade. Let me know what you think, which shade looks good on me. So here is my final thought about the collection. I would say, first thing, I just wanted to rate it, let's say 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. I would rate the collection probably around 7 to 7.5, and I will tell you the reason why. Packaging is really good. It's a cute one, vibrant, just the theme is really good as well. It's perfect. Now let's move on to the prices. Are reasonable, really good. MAC always launches reasonable formula product. It's good. So this one is really good. Like I said earlier, the matte finishes on this one are really nice. It applies really good. No problem with the blending. The only problem I have with the matte formula is the red, and this one, the darkest shade on this palette. I find it that when you start blending, it doesn't stay with their color. I feel like it loses pigmentation the more you blend it. It just loses that, especially the red one. So that's my main complaint about the matte finish. With the metallic formula, like I said earlier, it swatches really good. So you have to find the right way how to apply this. You have to work a little bit more with this eyeshadow. So that being said, instead of giving it a 10 because it's such a beautiful packaging, color story, reasonable price, but then you have to work a little bit more in order for you to get the intensity that you like. So that's why it's around 7. I got a little bit more fallout, and it definitely needs a Fix Plus for me to get the intensity and the opacity of the eyeshadow. So yes, I would give it like a 7. The highlighter is really good. I would say I would give it a 9 because it is just not a unique product, but a really good tone, as you see. It's not natural though, but yes, if you're looking for like a really bang on highlighter, again, this is really good. Size is pretty amazing. The lipstick, I have a lot to say. First thing, I'm just a little bit surprised and maybe not used to their powder kiss formula. This is my first time. And I cannot say that I really like it, but I would say it's an okay for me. That's my opinion. I will try to use it and play a little bit more again, but I'm not a big fan of the formula, especially the smell. There is a weird smell on this lipstick that I don't know. It smells like food, but at the same time, it's there's something weird. I cannot place it. I don't know what it is, but I don't love it. I don't know, maybe vanilla. I cannot figure out, guys. So also the consistency of the product, like I said, if you have a dry lips, please do not apply this lipstick. Make sure that your lips, it's not cracking, it's not drying and everything like that. You really have to exfoliate your lips. So overall, the collection, there is a theme that you just have to work on the collection. So that's why it is 7 to 7.5. Overall, it's an okay collection, just a really cute packaging and really well thought of. So this is the look that I created from the collection, and I hope you guys enjoy the video and I hope this is useful. Please let me know what you think of the lipstick, the highlighter, of eyeshadow. Leave a comment on the section down below. Also, if you find it useful and if you enjoy it, give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe on my channel and hit the notification bell so that you are updated whenever I have a new review or anything tutorial. Let me know if you have any requests on my next video, and I hope to see you on my next one. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!